Right now, the family of a man shot by police calling for justice as new video is released during the time of the incident.
And we take a look into how officer-involved shootings are investigated and see how the ones in Madison compare to others in the state.
Plus, could we see any actual snowfall this week? Dana has the answer in your first forecast. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. The investigation into the shooting of Quadren Wilson continues. New video from a city traffic camera shows the chaotic scene after the shooting, including Wilson being loaded into an ambulance.
Today, Wilson's family members and supporters rallied at that spot on Madison's far east side. They said they're not asking for certain things, they're demanding they happen. Brady Mallory joins us with the message they have for investigators.
Wilson's friends and family say he's still in pain and needs to go back to the hospital. Right now, Wilson is in the Dane County Jail. They also maintain he was not armed when he was shot several times by officers. And here's some background on the case. The Madison Police Department says it was helping the Wisconsin Department of Justice's Division of Criminal Investigation maintain the perimeter before the shooting, but did not witness the shooting, and says none of its officers were involved. The group that gathered today wants to see a transparent investigation, and they want the officers who shot Wilson to be fired, and most urgently, they want Wilson back in the hospital instead of the jail.
He's not no type of danger to where they should try to run up on him and do him the way they did. He's not a murderer, he's not a terrorist. We just don't get why they did him so brutally.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office is the agency handling the investigation into the shooting due to the State Department of Justice not being allowed to investigate itself. DCSO officials said they are still processing evidence from the shooting. Today, they said they have no new information on the investigation to share.
This shooting is the fourth in a string of police shootings in the Madison area where we still don't have the most basic information about the case.
Dating back to last October, investigative reporter Naomi Coles tracks what's missing in public information and how it compares to other cases around Wisconsin. Naomi?
It's the Dane County Sheriff leading the Wilson shooting investigation, but it's the State Department of Justice leading the others, which is common ever since Wisconsin created a law requiring an outside agency to investigate a police shooting. Right now, the DOJ is investigating 4 police shootings in the Madison area, and in 3 of them, they have not even released the names of those involved. October 23rd, a Dane County deputy shot their gun in Festchie Park after allegedly being stabbed.
Officers 1 Frank 5.
November 28th, a Madison police officer shot their gun at an armed suicidal man who then shot himself. January 11th, several Madison police officers shot a person after they say he jumped off a balcony and shot at them. In all of these cases, the DOJ hasn't released the names of the officers or deputies involved. In the other shooting investigation, Katwan Richardson on State Street, they have. Here's why that's notable. I looked at all of the DOJ's completed investigations of police-involved critical incidents in Wisconsin over 2020 and 2021. Last year, not counting the outstanding investigations in our area, they identified the officers involved within 5 to 8 days of the incident. That was in all but one case, where it involved an undercover deputy. In 2020, in 13 completed investigations, they identified officers 10 times, most of them within 10 days of the incident. In investigations where they didn't release an officer's name, we still don't know who they were, even now that the investigations are finished. Now, on average, last year, the DOJ finished their investigations and released them to the public within an average of 85 days. The shortest time was 44 days. The longest was 159. It has now been well over 100 days since they've started investigating 2 of the Madison area shootings that I mentioned. And despite our repeated request for those records, we are still waiting for more answers.
Naomi, thank you. And let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here's meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
Right now on the patio, we have snowflakes swirling around, enough that you can see them in your hair, but not enough that I grabbed the umbrella on my way out the door. Some folks seeing some light snow, others seeing some light drizzle because temperatures are above freezing in the mid to upper 30s currently with a bit of a breeze coming through, so wind chill puts us in the mid to upper 20s. Looking at our Doppler track right now, you can see the flurries enough to be picked up on our radar. Some areas seeing some steadier snowfall just outside of the Dells and towards Camp Douglas and Viroqua. Other areas, again, could still be seeing some flurries or drizzle, just not enough to be picked up on our radar right now. Now, temperatures at the surface still above freezing, so things melting pretty quickly. Not concerned about any accumulation from this, but you might need the windshield wiper blades a few times if you're out and about this evening. Temperatures fairly close to where we were at this time yesterday. A very mild evening, and we're looking at a cool down as we look ahead to tomorrow. Warmer temperatures, though, building back in, and the warmer temperatures today really eating away at that snow depth on the ground. We're now under an inch for most of southern Wisconsin, and these temperatures staying in the 30s well after sunset. Definitely not helping at that snowpack on the ground. The good news for my friends who are a fan of the snowfall, we do have an opportunity to see some accumulating snow in the forecast. The bad news, it doesn't look like it's going to bring much to the area, and it might melt away pretty quickly. But we'll take a closer look at this event ahead in just a few minutes.
The former co-owner of a Madison restaurant group was in court today for a new set of stalking and domestic abuse charges. Patrick Sweeney, who was charged with domestic violence last year, is now facing 66 additional charges related to stalking, intimidation, and bail jumping for breaking the conditions of his bond. He previously co-owned several Madison restaurants, including Lucille and Merchant, before reportedly divesting his portion of the ownership group. Today in court, Sweeney appeared with his attorney, where he waived his preliminary hearing. His case is now bound over for trial. A Madison man charged in a crash that killed a La Follette High School student pleaded not guilty during a preliminary appearance in court today. Cedarius Goodall faces 1 count of hit and run involving death and 1 count of hit and run involving great bodily harm for the crash on Schrader Road on January 15th. During the hearing, an officer testified that a woman originally claimed she had been behind the wheel during the crash. However, her story eventually changed.
She was in the back of the very well-lit ambulance, and I started talking with her, explaining to her that some of the items I was seeing and some of the statements being made weren't consistent with her story. And then she got very quiet and said he was the one driving.
And by he, who was AR referring to?
Mr. Goodall.
Today, Goodall stood mute, and a plea of not guilty was entered for him. He was bound over for court. Online court records does not show a future court date.
Madison police are investigating an armed robbery at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. It happened at the store on South Stoughton Road. Officers arrived on scene. This was about 9 last night. Employees say the suspect waved what appeared to be a handgun at them when they tried to stop him from leaving. Police are still looking for a suspect. A Fitchburg man is arrested after fleeing the scene during a traffic stop. UW-Madison police say the 35-year-old pulled over for driving the wrong way at a one-way street. This is about 2 this morning. He then allegedly drove away from that stop, crashed at Campus Drive at Babcock Drive before fleeing on foot. Officers eventually arrested the man 2 blocks from the scene. The man resisted arrest and threatened officers and their families. He's now in the Dane County Jail awaiting charges.
The 22-year-old man accused of shooting a Milwaukee police officer and stealing his squad car last month will now stand trial. Jethron Rodthong waived his right to a hearing today. He faces multiple charges, including attempted first-degree intentional homicide and use of a dangerous weapon. His next court date is scheduled for February 21st. Bail is set at $1 million. If convicted, he faces up to 137 years in prison and could be fined up to $175,000. The Milwaukee Brewers is suing Wyoming Sauce Company for not paying them sponsorship fees. According to the lawsuit, the 2 businesses have a contract together for the 2019, 2020, and 2021 seasons. Under this contract, Wyoming Sauce Company is required to pay the Brewers a $100,000 sponsorship fee, plus an additional $105,000 prior to April 1st of 2020 and $110,000 before April 1st of 2021. Well, the lawsuit says Wyoming Sauce Company failed to pay the last 2 installments. So the Brewers are asking for their $215,000 that they are owed, plus interest, legal fee payments, and a termination of the contract.
UW Health providers, staff, students, and volunteers will now be required to receive a COVID-19 booster. UW Health announced a vaccine requirement a year ago. They say they saw a positive response from staff. Only a handful choosing not to comply, but 96% they say are now vaccinated. People who have a documented medical condition that prevents them from being vaccinated or a religious conviction can file for an exemption to the vaccine requirement. All others have to receive one by May 2nd, or UW Health says they could be terminated. The U.S. ready to roll out millions of COVID-19 vaccines for kids under 5 if the FDA grants emergency use authorization. The CDC says an initial 10 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine will be available for that age group. The rollout expected to mirror the October rollout for kids ages 5 to 11. There are approximately 18 million children ages 6 months through 4 years old in the U.S. who are potentially eligible to get vaccinated against COVID-19.
Wisconsin's DHS is asking people to check their lettuce as part of a recall on Dole packaged salads. They're investigating an outbreak of listeria linked to the products. 17 people in 13 states have been infected and 2 have died, including 1 here in Wisconsin. All recalled packaged salads were produced by Dole and sold under multiple brands, including Dole and Kroger. products have a best if used by dates from 11/30/2021 through 1/9/2022. DHS recommends throwing the packages away or returning them. Well, for some people, half the fun of the Super Bowl is watching the ads. Coming up, the big trends you'll see in commercials this Sunday.
And Camp Randall under construction. We take a look at the progress made for the stadium's new end zone work there and whether the plan is still on schedule. That's next. Stay with us.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 now at 6.
Fixed. No charge.
Ah, that's my son. He always takes care of his mama.
Ooh, what's up with Granny's casserole?
It's for after your Uncle Joe's funeral. My brother didn't have a life insurance policy.
I hear there's a collection to help Aunt Adele.
Yeah, a funeral costs north of $9,000 these days. That's a hefty bill for family to pay if there's no life insurance check to help.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Which reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you, I got that $9.95 plan from Colonial Penn. I'm on a fixed income, so price is important.
The life insurance on TV.
Just $9.95 a month to help you pay my funeral expenses. What about your family, son? You've got a wife and kids, and a grandson living with you now, too.
Maybe I should get the $9.95 plan, too. Thing is, this has been a rough year for my business, Ma. Money's tight. Still, for $9.95 a month, I don't have a good excuse, do I?
I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. If you're age 50 to 85, just $9.95 a month buys whole life insurance with guaranteed acceptance. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no health questions. Guaranteed lifetime coverage. Your insurance can never be canceled. Just pay your premiums. Guaranteed lifetime rate lock. Your rate can never increase. It's locked in as soon as you're covered and stays the same for the rest of your life. With guarantees like these, it's no surprise the $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance.
Now don't forget, wear your good suit tonight. And please call about the $9.95 plan today while it's on your mind, okay?
Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-505-7613 for free information and your free beneficiary planner. No obligation. 1-800-505-7613. That's 1-800-505-7613. Call now.
Amazon is expanding its operations in Kenosha, adding up to 400 jobs. It's the latest in a series of developments in Wisconsin by the online retailer. Amazon plans to lease a 1 million square foot distribution center and begin operating by early next year. This latest development comes after last week's news that Amazon plans to develop a 3.4 million square foot distribution center in Cottage Grove. The $200 million facility project is expected to employ 1,500 people.
Camp Randall inching closer to completing its major renovation project. Today we got an inside look at how things are progressing. UW-Madison adding new premium seating and hospitality club level seats in the south end zone for fans there. Officials say they're excited for what's to come. The weather has been cooperating and things are staying on track.
Frankly, we couldn't be in any better position given this point in the project, especially living in central Wisconsin. So we're really happy.
UW expects the main structure to be up by May, and then it's just the finishing touches and done in time for football season. That'll kick off against Illinois State on September 3rd.
Well, as we all know, the Super Bowl isn't just about football. It's also about those commercials. With an estimated audience of more than 100 million, it is the biggest single opportunity for advertisers to try to stand out and build some buzz. Some companies are paying as much as $7 million just for a 30-second spot during the big game. Ad Age editor Janine Poggi says the 2022 trend will be lighthearted fun.
After the past 2 years and the fatigue that we've all experienced, brands are really looking to entertain and have a party atmosphere.
There will be more than 30 advertisers running spots for the first time in this year's game. And we have an update to a story we ran yesterday out of Milwaukee. The owner of a very special teddy bear left behind at Milwaukee's Mitchell International Airport has been found. The airport shared photos of the teddy bear, hoping to find its rightful owner, and that post gained national attention. In the end, the power of social media really came through. This particular bear is special because it is given to children who are born with congenital heart defects. Now Mitchell International is working out details for a reunion. Thousands of unused donations sent to help the Afghan refugees at Fort McCoy are now going to help others in Wisconsin.
Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, where those donations are now going and how the United Way helped make delivery easier. Plus, could we see some snow later tonight? Dana's got your complete forecast when we come back.
Don't miss the biggest mattress sale of the year. The Mattress Marathon is at Ashley's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed best offer at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Govan Cars is having a huge winter sale with the largest selection of vehicles under $15,995 or $249 per month. That's right, don't miss out on our winter sale with the best selection of SUVs, cars, or vans under $15,995 or $249 per month. We have one of the largest selections of vehicles in Dane County with over 500 vehicles in stock. So just come on in and ask for me, Crystal the Pistol, Govan. Go to Govan Cars, east or west.
You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 65% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in-store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin starts now at Ashley.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
And welcome back. From baby formula to soap, extra supplies from Fort McCoy are being distributed to nonprofits.
Doa Sarar has more from La Crosse.
When roughly 13,000 Afghan refugees were relocated from Fort McCoy, 180 pallets of necessities were left over.
There's a wide range of materials here, but all of which can be put to really good use by area nonprofits.
Save Our Allies offered the extra donations to nonprofits. The nonprofits were given until February 3rd to pick up the pallets.
It was tough for a lot of the nonprofits who don't have forklifts available. They were scrambling to find volunteers to help with this.
That's when Great Rivers United Way stepped up.
They started with 3 full warehouses, and by the time they found me and I found them, we were down to 1.
Great Rivers United Way delivered the pallets to a warehouse, allowing nonprofits to pick up items they need through the end of the month.
Because we brought it here, we're making it accessible, but they can do it on their time frame rather than having to do it in a week, which was the hard part.
Way for Food Pantry was one of the nonprofits picking up the free supplies.
We knew that there was going to be several pallets.
Way for Food Pantry Operations Manager Brad Gertis says hygiene products are hard to come by.
We don't get them donated that often, so they'll really appreciate this.
Great Rivers United Way Community Engagement Coordinator Ann Poppy says the process is an example of how a community comes together.
It's a blessing, and it's, I just think it's such a great story for our community, and every nonprofit that we've talked to is just thrilled.
if the items are not gone by the end of the month, Great Rivers United Way will hold a public distribution event to get rid of the remaining items. Well, we could be seeing some snow throughout the rest of the week. Let's check back in with Dana for a full look at your forecast.
A few opportunities to see some light snowflakes swirling around, some light drizzle swirling around, some steadier snowfall, some steadier rainfall, a bit of a mixed bag of precipitation over the next few days. All of it not leading to a lot of accumulation, though. Right now, we do have light flurries. Some areas seeing some light drizzle. Again, enough that you'll likely need to run the windshield wiper blades a few times to get things cleaned up. But visibility doesn't seem to be impaired for us throughout southern Wisconsin right now with this moving through for us over the last few hours. And it's going to continue for the next few hours through the rest of this evening and then just tapering off to becoming mostly cloudy overnight. Will be variably cloudy for Thursday with an event building in Thursday night into Friday morning that will bring light snowfall and then transition over to light rains. We'll throw some question marks in there because the accumulation of snowfall will be impacted by those mild temperatures as it transitions over to rain and how much rain comes after the snow. Rainfall really will eat away at any snow coming down and any snowpack that we do have. So if you're a fan of more snow, you would want to lean towards those cooler temperatures. But right now it looks like that's going to transition over to rain pretty early for us Friday morning. Beyond that system, it gets colder outside. Saturday, Sunday, and the start of next week, temperatures dropping down back below average. Right now we have this chance for flurries overnight. Temperatures early tomorrow morning will be close to 20 in the upper teens for our overnight lows. Afternoon highs tomorrow in the upper 20s will be variably cloudy, so a little more cloud coverage than sunshine, with the snow chance starting to build in during the evening commute north of La Crosse. It comes in as light snow through the evening, so visibility might be reduced a little bit for us late Thursday night, especially north of Dane County. This should just be light snowfall. By Friday morning, temperatures climb to the upper 30s, so this transitions to light rain. And again, that rain will be eating away at any snow that does fall and before this transitions out later in the afternoon. Throughout the day on Friday, temperatures will fall. We'll see a cooler trend for Friday night and heading into Saturday and Sunday. Accumulation totals right now in southern Wisconsin trending close to an inch, if not less, north of Dane County and even north of the Dells. Really, we could see that 1 to 2 inch range where it looks like temperatures will stay at or below freezing and hold on to any of that snow that does come down. But again, that rainfall really eating away at our snowfall accumulation potential there. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the upper 20s, a variably cloudy sky and colder outside. Our wind speed's about 8 to 15 miles per hour. So we're colder on Thursday. Friday, we're back to the upper 30s. That'll be early in the day when our snowfall transitions over to rain. Through the afternoon, temperatures will fall. Overnight lows will be in the single digits for early Saturday and for early Sunday morning. This weekend, it's going to be cold outside. Highs will be in the teens with a slight chance for flurries on Sunday. Valentine's Day, Monday, we warm up a little bit to the mid-20s. Tuesday and Wednesday, another mild stretch for us with our next opportunity for precipitation building in for Wednesday and Thursday. But again, this looks like a system that is going to start off with rain and bring more rain than snow to the area. And behind it, we cool back down closer to average with highs into the 30s heading into the following weekend.
And coming up in sports, Senior Day is always an emotional one. How the Badger women's hockey team thinks their moment will go. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray. Broadway's Tony Award-winning Best Musical is back. Don't miss Hairspray.
At Overture, February 22nd through 27th. Tickets at overture.org.
Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, restoring normal and natural functionality where it counts most. Call now and receive an ultrasound. Your initial consultation all for free. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
3 days only, shop the winter bonus sale at Grand Appliance for up to $1,000 in savings you won't find anywhere else. Save on top brands like LG with unbeatable deals like this 4.8 cubic foot top load washer for just $7.98. Or this 4-piece stainless steel kitchen package for just $22.22. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Save on your fave at the Century House. Right now, get $200 off stressless signature base recliners, classic base recliners with power, and new stressless cross base recliners. Or get a free accessory with purchase. It's time for stressless. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray, Broadway's Tony Award-winning Best Musical, and we're dancing our way to your city. Don't miss Hairspray.
At Overture, February 22nd through 27th. Tickets at overture.org.
Tomorrow morning, we're breaking down coronavirus headlines. A local health expert weighs in on topics, including whether it's safe to start relaxing current mask requirements.
And we start to track that next chance for snow moving our way. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
From Thursday to Monday, the crew that transforms the Kohl Center floor from a basketball court to a hockey rink going to be very busy. In a 5-day span, they'll make the switch 7 different times. Here's why. The men's hockey series against Notre Dame is back on. The Badgers and Irish will face off on Saturday at 8:30 and Sunday at 8. Meanwhile, the men's basketball team plays at the Kohl Center at 1 on Saturday, while the women's basketball team moved their game up to 1 on Sunday. The Badger women's hockey team also shifted up their series. Wisconsin will now host Minnesota State on Friday at 6 o'clock and then close out the series at 4 on Saturday, which means Senior Day has moved up a day too. The 8 Badger seniors will now celebrate their careers 10 minutes before the puck drops on Saturday. And for this group, they don't really know what to expect during their moment.
I think it's going to be a lot of different feelings. I mean, excitement, kind of sadness, anticipation for the game as it is. So it definitely will be a lot.
It's bittersweet. You're definitely always going to be proud to be a Badger, but at the same time, you don't want your time to come to an end here. So luckily, I'm not usually super emotional, so hopefully I'll think about it more so later than before the game.
The Wisconsin women's swimming and diving team is getting ready for the Big Ten championships, but this year the Badgers won't be traveling. Instead, they're hosting the meet. Starting Wednesday, the entire conference will get to swim in UW's brand new aquatic center. And after closing out the regular season with 3 straight wins, the Badgers couldn't be more excited to show off and compete for a Big Ten title.
We've never had an experience like this before. I mean, coming from like the natatorium, having such a small pool and then moving into this pool, it's been an insane experience because it's like world-class facility, but also it's our own pool, so it's gonna be awesome.
I wouldn't say more pressure, but I wouldn't say there's no pressure. I think it just makes it a better environment for us to do better because we're used to this pool.
Dana?
It's definitely indoor pool weather for us right now. No open water on the lakes currently. It's going to get colder outside for tomorrow. Highs in the upper 20s. Light snow building in for Thursday night, but it transitions to light rain early Friday morning when temperatures will be in the upper 30s. Temperatures fall through the afternoon on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday even colder with highs in the teens and overnight lows in the single digits. For Valentine's Day Monday, highs in the mid-20s. Tuesday and Wednesday will be quite mild in the upper 30s. This next event could be a little messy, starting off as rain before transitioning over to light snow.
All right, Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.